In this video, I will be showing you how to assemble a computer from its individual components. Here are all the components and tools that we will be using. As you can see, there is a lot of dust in the case, so the first thing I will do is clean it using the foam cleaner and a fiber cloth. Next, we will be securing the hard drive. Now we will secure the CD drive. Next, we will secure the motherboard onto the case. Next, we will be connecting the RAM onto the motherboard. Now we will connect the power supply to the motherboard and also secure the fans to the case on the motherboard. Next, I will connect the CD drive to the motherboard and then the hard drive to the motherboard. Now I will connect the fan. Now I will connect the fan on the side of the case to the motherboard. Next I will connect the power supply to the hard drive and the CD drive. Next, the power supply to the motherboard. And finally, I will connect the ports such as the USB and microphone jack to the motherboard. Next I will connect a mouse and keyboard to the computer along with a monitor to see if it will turn on and boot an OS. As you can see, it was successful. Now I'm going to show you how to install Windows 7 onto the computer. In order to install a fresh copy of Windows 7, first select your language, click Install Now. Read the license agreement so that you know how to use the software legally. Then accept the license terms and click Next. Now choose Custom. Select the hard drive in which you want to install the OS. Click Next. Now the computer will restart. Don't be afraid, as it will restart multiple times before it is finished installing. Now you can choose a username. In this case I will use access. Choose a password. Don't input the product key now, as you can input that later. Use recommended settings, so updates happen automatically for security purposes. Now select your time zone. Select the type of network you want by following the guidelines under each option. Now Windows 7 has been installed. As you can see from the fan, the machine is running with the faulty RAM stick. However, the monitor is on and there is no response. So now we will turn it off. We'll replace the faulty RAM stick with a new one. As you can see, the machine turns on just fine.